Hi everybody, thanks for joining us. Are you still confused about which modal verb you have to put in a sentence? You will no longer be so after watching this video. So stay with me. First, what are modal verbs? Modal verbs are a special kind of helping verbs. They help the main verb to express the mood of the subject. And at the same time, they can indicate deduction, ability, obligation, request, or permission. And when we say deduction, we mean certainty, impossibility, and probability. So let's start by deduction. To express certainty in the present or in the future, we use must, means 19% of certainty. Example, he doesn't eat anything the whole day. He must be hungry. To express certainty in the past, we use must have plus the past participle of the verb when we are sure that something has happened in the past. Example, she was her daughter. She must have known her problem. We are sure she knew her problem because she was her daughter. Now, when we are certain that something doesn't happen in the present or it is not going to happen in the future, means it is impossible. So to express impossibility, we use can't. Example, he can't be Michael Jackson. He died a few years ago. I'm sure he isn't him. To express impossibility in the past, we use couldn't, can't, have plus past participle. Example, Robin looks tired today. She can't have or she couldn't have slept well last night. Probability. To express probability means 50% or less certainty, we use may, might, or could. Those modal verbs convey the idea that a speaker is only 50% or less certain that something happens or will be happen. Example, my wife doesn't answer the phone. She may or she might or she could go shopping. To express probability in the past, we use may have or might have plus past participle of the verb. Example, she was never late for her meetings. She may have or she might have lost her way. Now let's talk about obligation in the present and the future. To express obligation in the present or in the future, we use must or have to. But must is used for official written rules or strong recommendations for personal or subjective obligations. Example, you must stop when the traffic light is red. Have to is used for impersonal or objective obligations. For example, in Britain, you have to drive on the left. The negative of must, which is must not, expresses prohibition. When it is obligatory not to do something. Example, you must not smoke in the hospital. It is forbidden. Whereas the negative of had to, which is don't have to, expresses no obligation. Example, you don't have to memorize this poem. It's not necessary. In the past, to express obligation in the past for both subjective or objective obligation, we use only had to. Example, I had to wear a school uniform when I was a child. The negative of had to is didn't have to, and it expresses no obligation in the past. Example, I didn't have to clean the bathroom every day because I wasn't obliged to. And guess what we use to express prohibition in the past? We use couldn't or were not able to. couldn't and was were able to refer to not having ability in the past, but they are also used to express prohibition in the past. Look at this example. In Spain, before Franco died, people couldn't say what they wanted, means they were not permitted to. I hope deduction and obligation are clear now. Watch the next video about modal verbs used to express ability, request, and permission. Thanks for watching.